Hello there everyone, this is iMark3 and welcome back to Cosmoteer. Yes, welcome back. Today we are going to do some more elite hunting. The ship is going to have an upgrade which I have already mapped out. Not time-lapse this time, but I will walk you through the illegalities and atrocities I have perpetrated against my creation in a few moments. And we'll see what happened. So, yes, welcome back to Cosmoteer. Okay, right. I'm just a bit mixed up about if I should respond to comments first or if I should comment on illegalities first, because they kind of cross-connect a little bit. Here, build mode. Right, so this is what I've done with the 560-odd thousand I had left. You can see I spent nearly all of it. Still got very high FTL efficiency because I added some extra drives to it. But this craft has got more weaponry, more armor, more lasers, more thrust. I think that's probably the most important thing. Okay, let's get the first comment straight out of the way. That is a comment from Ethan Falconbury. Apologies if I butchered that slightly. I recommend you thicken out the lower part of the grand shaft and add sideways facing shields for greater survivability, as well as add more sideways thrusters towards the front. Well, I've added more sideways thrusters towards the back, so these are actually now like blast chambers. I don't know if that's an official term for this, but that's what I've done in this bit. I've not added more armor to the side shaft, but I have added the third rack of missile launchers, so I guess that counts as ablative armor to protect the central shaft. It's going to have to count for now because I don't have the budget for more right this second, so yes. And more side thrusters towards the front. Yes, I have added a small bank of thrusters towards the front. I've also expanded this area with an extra engine bay, some extra thrusters, extra walkways, extra crew. Might need to upgrade the reactor, but again, that's outside the current budget, so it's a case of bolt random stuff on and hope it works. I think I missed a couple of doors. Yeah, that'll do. Oops. Right. Okay. So yes, that is that part of the upgrade done. But there was another comment I think on the update. I'm just quickly double checking that there was also you guys were kind of clear up the confusion last time about the exploding prisms. It is a thing, but not the way I was expecting, or anyone else was expecting, really. Yes. I should probably get on with the rest of the upgrade, shouldn't I? Okay, right. I decided, in my infinite wisdom, that the single lateral ion cannon was not enough, so I've bolted a second emitter to it, and an extra prism, so now we've got twice the firepower. The also plan is to expand with more thrusters here for extra turning force and reverse, but again, outside the budget right now, but that is the plan with the bigger reactors I've installed into that section, so medium reactors there. As I mentioned, I've got the third launchers. I've got a whole bank of extra side thrusters, and I've even bolted some small thrusters into the top here. They're not going to do much, but they're going to do something. So, yes. The grand shaft is bigger, spikier, and even less of a shaft than it was last time. Make it so. Now, here's hoping this thing doesn't fall to pieces under its own weight. Luckily, Cosmoteer doesn't model such things. Also, I seem to have messed up a little bit. The thrusters aren't being powered. Interesting. Did I do something to you guys? I don't think... Behaviors... Red hearts... Did I tell you not to do thrusters or something? No, you guys are told to do thrusters. Oh, it's because you guys have room priorities. Great. Fine. Okay. Okay, yeah. Look at me, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. These thrusters will have power, just not yet. Because I forgot about how optimized the entire section is with these rooms.
These thrusters need extra crew spaces just for powering them, and I can't afford it. So I'm going to have to kill something first. What a shame. Speaking of, let's go and kill something. And let's be honest, it's just a couple of banker thrusters. It's not going to be massively detrimental to be without them for a little bit. I need a target. Need a target. Need a target. It's all vanguards and stuff. I'm not ready for them yet. So, okay, we're wandering back to the starting system, I suppose. Yes, that's an elite. Okay, next comment. I'm doing these comments out of order because some of them are related to each other as well, so let's continue. Clint W, your comment is great video, thank you. Now think about doing a 45-degree turn ship with all ion beams. I could see you doing one that could take the top difficulty without a thought. Keep them going. Well, that's our first target over there. I think, Ooh. Ooh. What the heck are you? You're something oddly shaped, but you're also in sensor range. You seem to have many, many cannons. And struts which will make those cannons hard to actually knock off the sides. I think this is just like... This ship is built for pure DACA or something, isn't it? Yes. And a couple of minor annoyances, but don't really want to engage them first. I'll disengage for the moment. My ship is on fire, literally. Okay. Enough laughing about that. Right, 45-degree ion ship. I admit I love the ion beams in this game. I mentioned like a few parts back or something like that, and what the hell is that thing? The Spiteful Pylon. It's a 45-degree ship. Ooh. Yes, I know that 45-degree ships are possible. Kill that prism first, please. I'm just not sure if they're how to do them. Is there some kind of setting for that? Let's just murder all those ion prisms actually straight out the gate, and then go back to gutting power cores. I'm not sure what else this thing does. Oh, lots of missiles. This thing is looks very aggressive. Okay, let's see how the ground shaft handles it. Oh, many missiles. Oh my. Luckily my anti-missile is handling a lot of it. Though admittedly it's almost entirely the flak guns at the front because my side PDs aren't really getting much of a look in here. But yeah, not enough firepower focus to deal with the ground shaft. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, 45-degree ship. I'd be interested in doing that. I'm just not quite sure how to arrange it. Is I think probably the best term, though. Hopefully, some of the experts in the comments will actually be able to tell me how to probably do that, or they've told me how to do that before and I've forgotten. Probably both. I'm sorry if I don't use something. I do forget about it sometimes. So yeah, that's one of my little foibles. But that's it, though. The Spiteful Pylon, not really a match, but I think I had it outweighed at this point with the amount of weapons I've got. Yeah, I am seriously tempted to try and do that, but I also think it'll be outside the purview of this particular playthrough. I say that because it would be a complete ship rebuild, like to a completely different concept, and I think that might be a bit much. Let's put 2 in each section. Now that we've got a little bit of scratch, put them in there. So, and I'll tell you to organise the crews. So you guys just deal with the engine banks. There's not very many engine banks, so there's not going to be an issue, honestly. It's only a couple of engines in each, so a couple of spare crews, not a problem at all. There we go. That is your life now, you two. Just haul packs to these engines whenever they need them. That's all you do. Yes. Right.
Okay, right, sorry, moving on. Next comment is larynx juice. Very specific name there. But larynx juice says, I just found you and really like your content. The Cosmoteer is my favourite. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, and welcome to my small corner of the YouTube. I hope you enjoy your stay here with us. But yes, welcome indeed. Let's turn this way. Okay. So yes, we've got a new victim in the vault here. I mean, no, sorry. A new watcher. Yes, welcome. Next comment is unoriginal Bapple. The best and only way to turn your craft in space is recoil from the amount of DACA. Well, actually, Bapple said that amount of DACA. The problem is the lasers, electrobolts... Wait. Oh, I took all the lasers off it. The ion beams and electrobolts don't do recoil. So, yeah. That's a slight issue. Okay, moving on. Let's get this one out straight away. And then turn towards our priority target. That's one dead. Now you are gonna be a bit of a painful one. I've got to keep you in my forward arc though, because you've got a lot of cannons and things. Oh, actually, speaking of, murder the electrobolt, please. And then I honestly don't care, and switch back to this guy. Thank you. Yeah, once again, playing into what I was saying last time, the electrobolt is a huge hazard if you've got shields. And that's why I like him and hate him. So, moving on. Let's see. I think the next comment I'll read, there's two left. There's one from Captain Redstone, and there's one from Happy Hafer, which has got a lot of replies. Okay, Captain Redstone, you are first. Oh, yep. Bore through, please, come on. Yeah, we've lost one of our crystals again. But yeah, Redstone and one eye responded to Happy Hafer, and they both covered the mystery of the exploding ion prisms. So yes, that's why I was leaving you guys till last. So Captain Redstone said, "Nice to see you back. To clear a few things up. Number one, as we go and fixing, the thing you saw in the patch notes was for EMP missiles exclusively. Thank you. I wasn't quite sure about that, but yes." EMP missiles exclusively, not electrobolts. Might be interesting to have that apply to electrobolts too, though. Also, not job proving me wrong as far as electrobolts go. I don't think you were wrong per se. It's just I think you forgot one of the features of the electrobolts. I think that might be a fairer thing to say. Let's just blow up the central flat cannon, which should, yes, do that. Right. I mentioned last time I like them because they're shield bursting effects. Like, it's not the fact that they. Well, hang on, I'm organising my thoughts a little bit as I murder this thing. The electrobolts, it's true they depower stuff, but I think what slipped your mind is more just that they get proportionally more powerful as they strike a target with more power stored inside it. So they can wreak havoc if they hit a reactor, they can wreak havoc if they hit a power storage room, stuff like that. But outside those power structures themselves, practically every room in the ship has 2, maybe 3 stored. Another big exception is the huge thrusters, but you see in competitive, I noticed large thrusters a lot more often, which have only got 3 each, so it's like, you know, heck, even engine room's only got 4 in it. But, yeah, most of those are also like pretty slow drains, so they don't need to be reloaded that often, so it's really easy to restock them. That's not a category the shields fall under. Shields fall under the same kind of category as the reactors and power storage. Reactors regenerate themselves, the power storage needs a lot of restocking, usually. But the shield generators, they are very high drain, especially under fire. They hold a fair bit of power, and they are a pain to keep running. And they are incredibly useful. Like, you know, the shields are so damn useful. It's like, pardon my language, but yes, they are so good because of what they do. But like a couple of electrobolt hits and the shield burns out completely, and then the crew are scrambling to restock them. So yeah, sure, the shield will spring back up, but in those few moments, the shield isn't stopping anything, and that's why I like it. But that's why I kind of categorize them as like a priority target for an electrobolt attack. It's like, hey, if it's defense you can knock out with a couple of very, very cheap, easy to do hits, go for it. It's just something less you have to work through. Sorry if I was repeating myself a bunch of times there. I might do that sometimes, but it's how I long-windedly try to explain things, I think. In short, I like the Electrobolt's effect on shields. I think that's probably all I needed to say there. But yes. Right. Apologies if that went on for too long, but moving on. Number 2, prisms are indeed explosive. Sadly, it's not in an offensive way, it's more like a defensive... Well, what am I even dribbling on about? It's an unfortunate thing, but it makes sense. To me, at least. Prisms are explosive? Kinda. Prisms explode depending on how much ion power they are redirecting. If they aren't firing, they don't explode, but if they're firing a mega laser, they're comparable to a medium or even large reactor explosion. I'm just glad that I was only really seeing like comparatively my ion lasers are actually not that powerful, so I've not seen explosions on that scale tearing my forward armor and defenses to tiny shards of scrap metal. I think that's probably a good thing. Ooh, speaking of, here comes someone else with ions, but no... Oh. Only single layer shields, but the ions are very well shielded. The side cannons will probably be easier to knock out. Cannon escorts, not particularly worried about that one. Oh, and another more of a focused ion design, but the ions are actually very weakly protected there. Single layer shields only. Right, knock out those cannons. They are the easiest things to short out, I think. Okay. Oh, it's rammed me. Hello. Nice of you to come and join. Okay, yeah, knock out those prisms, please. Nope. Yeah, there they go. Right, as soon as we knock that out, that ship is dead. Don't turn your side to the ion beams. Oh, actually, that's something I messed up in my setups. I didn't properly configure the side ions, it seems. I think my ship actually might be too powerful for Elite now. Which I know is ironic considering what I was saying last time, but aside from minor damage, I've pretty much been coming through this scot-free. Let's fix those side ions before I continue with Redstone's comment. I am sorry, I'm not deliberately avoiding your comment or anything like that. It's just like, because this is meant to be quote-unquote entertainment, I'm constantly doing other things and I keep getting distracted. Right, moving on. So yeah, be careful with your ion prisms. Again, I wish that there was a better prism mount. I think the ion things I suggested a few episodes ago would probably be good for that. And the fact they explode actually kind of reinforces what I see as a need for them. Is that a bit pretentious or entitled of me? I don't really know. It's just ideas. Sorry, moving on. Redstone had a third part to your comment. You don't need to worry about your missiles hitting your own ship. Friendly fire is disabled in single player. Thank goodness for that. Thank you. I was not overly concerned, but it is still a very nice thing to know regardless. I'll get through all these comments, I swear. Right. The last comment is actually a comment reply chain. Started off by Happy Hafer. I was just trying to get a bit of a look at the things. Okay, right, so that's the big one. Conventional cannon firepower, missile support, flaks for anti-missile. Yeah, lots of anti-missile on this one. But it seems that the primary weaponry is the cannons and a pair of rails in the front. Oh god, it's one of these trappers. I'm going to blow this one to pieces immediately. Because iron bolts, I find them very scary. And this guy is, again, he's got ions, so The escorts I find more threatening than the Biter, which is the core ship of that formation. Anyway, let's focus on the comments, shall we? And get this done. Right. Happy Hafer. I'm not implying that you're a chore, by the way. Just putting that out there. Not implying that it's a chore to answer the comments. It's just I do have the habit of getting distracted. Right, Happy Hafer. Crystal gets shot by a heavy cannon, which have explosive shots. Yeah, crystals get detonated now. Are you sure? Yeah. We've already answered that with redstones, which is like that they detonate based on how much iron power is going through them. Also, forgot to place a door in the bottommost crew quarters in the new missile section. Oh, that's a point. I forgot to mention that. I actually caught that right before I started recording. So, ta-da! One door. I was actually kind of surprised when I spotted it, but then I realised it's the kind of thing I would do to forget something like that. Also, the Grand Shaft is nothing like a shaft anymore. I vote for renaming. Vote accepted. It's not a shaft, but yeah. That's actually a theme of this entire comment thread. It's like the Grand Shaft is no longer a Grand Shafts. Oh, that was fast. Kill it first. I'm on 2 times speed. That's why the beam sounded a bit odd. Oh, there we go. You are coming in. Oh, the railgun did something nasty to you. Let's see if I can be cheeky and burn out the. Yes, I can be cheeky and just kill the railgun straight off. Oh, the trapper's dead. Excellent. Nothing to worry about. Fine. Yeah, I think I am too powerful for elite. I also think I'm going to sneeze if I'm not careful. I also suspect I might need more power because this area seems to be running a little bit short. There is some space for bolting in extra power straight in though, so let's do that really quick. Next one is the first reply from One Eye to Happy Hafer's comments. Don't worry, I will be consistent someday. Just not today. Because I'm distracting myself again. There we go. Right. Bleep, bleep. I need a corridor bit there. This is just to ensure that there's staff around to quickly and easily do stuff, like resupply ion beams and things like that. So, yep. Oh, there was a dead crewman just flying past the window. Oh dear. Just ignore that, guys. Don't worry, that's not your fate. Nostal. Right. One Eye's response. Cannons have penetrating shots. They don't deal AoE damage. You know, I was actually under that misconception as well, now that you mention it. I thought cannons actually did penetrating and explosive. Mainly because I'm used to seeing things the cannons strike and blow through explode, and if I recall, the cannon graphic when they punch through things is a small explosion. I'm not too sure. Iron pigeons do actually explode when they get destroyed, and the amount of damage depends on the amount of iron power flowing through them. I agree with the renaming, though I don't have any ideas. Oh, hello, it's one of you guys again. Murder. Thank you. Nice, short, and sweet. I just realised this guy has a lot of anti-missile. Maybe propulsion by recoil from Daka is probably a good idea. I just realised I didn't fully respond to Battle's comment as well. I'll get back to that. I'll continue with Happy Acres first. I think it's dead, guys. I think it's dead. Right. No damage. Excellent. Oh dear. So yeah, Happy Acre responded to One Eye. I see they do explode. No idea on the name either. If it has a hammerhead, a rib cage, and another hammerhead for the engines. How about the shark spine? And then Clint added into that saying, I vote for the tickler. I agree, most of my weaponry is mostly low caliber. Like, it's not like a super Death Star laser or massive railguns that go the entire length of the ship. So most of my weaponry is comparatively light. I mean, I've got the electro bolts for tickling things. I've got the smallest cannon type for tickling things. I've got two-stage ions, lots of small missiles. But I don't think it's less tickling and more like a deluge of murder or something. I gotta say though, letting you guys name it, I'm getting vibes from the cookie wagon all over again. Ugh. Oh well, let's see how this goes. Yeah, if you want to suggest names, go ahead. I'll be listening. Ugh. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see. That's veteran to light, vanguard. Don't feel that brave. There's got to be another elite around here somewhere, right? Oh, here's some. Okay, right. Bapple's comment was recoil. You remind me of the people that from the depth sometimes, talking about making ships that are powered and propelled and turned by the recoil of high yield cannons firing. You also remind me of that old NASA plan slash theory slash design slash. I'm not sure what they did, but the plan was to build a spaceship powered by nuclear bombs. So, yeah. Ooh. Many iron bolts is actually getting through and doing some damage. Oh, I'm on fire apparently. Oh, that's a lot of fire actually. I get the feeling there's not enough extinguishers in that area. I shredded it, yes, but that's the first time I've noticed myself being set on fire in a long time. Let's do something about that a little bit. Let's give them an extra extinguisher in that section, just because I'm feeling nice. Yes, look at me, I care. I'm giving you guys an extra fire extinguisher. Have fun with that. I'll install it back here, though. So it'll get called in if they need it, but that at least it keeps that block of armor up there to help with the forward defense integrity a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, sadly, I don't believe this game models recoil for Dakar. Or if it, I know it models recoil forces in. Oh, it's one of you guys again. Wait, I'm about to engage two of you, aren't I? The heck is that? Just go this way, please. Yeah, I think this design is meant to engage like multiple targets or something. Oh, the other one's coming. Right. Yeah. Well, I know if you hit things with weaponry, they experience recoil force from it. Let's see. Lots of cannons, lots of armor. Are you a broadside design, perchance? You have so many side-mounted cannons and tons of armor. I think this might be the heaviest ship I've seen yet, actually. Yeah, it's not as heavy as mine. I'm pretty sure, but it's definitely on the same kind of scale, though. Right, let's focus out the forward banks and see what it does. Oh, yes, it is turning. Yes, it is a broadsider. Alright, I will focus that. Followed by that, that, and that. Let's see how you like being cut in half. Oh, actually, your angling is kind of stopping me from doing that. Shame on you, good sir. Fine, I'll go for your reactors and power cores and things. Oh, you turned your back to me. That is a really bad idea. Yep, that was a bad move on your part, buddy. Oh, I'll also still try and cut you in half. Why are you... Oh, did I reset my engagement range? I did, didn't I? When I was trying to turn with the other one, I did reset my engagement range. And I guess that's how you do a 45 degree. It saves that and turns. Whoops, I cut your nose off. Sorry. Actually, I'm not really sorry. I don't really mind that much. I don't know. Tickler does seem to be on the right lines, but Deluge I think would be a better one. If I was suggesting something, I don't know. I mean, what is this boat? It's not a Grand Shaft. It's not a missile barge, though it does have a lot of missile power. It doesn't have the forward armor assembly of those pro-built ships in that style. It's not an ion death laser thing. It's not got enough lasers or armor. It's not a rail carrier because it's got relatively short rails, like only like somewhere between a quarter and a third of the length of the ship. I think more like a quarter of the length rather than the whole length. So it doesn't fit into any of the conventions I saw in the tournament that I was originally linked to like a while back. So it doesn't fit the meta of any designs I know of. And that leaves me to a bit of a loss as to a suggestion for a name. It's very spiky though. I'll give it that. But it's something. But with that though, I'm afraid we are at the end of this episode. We're past the half-hour mark. So, yeah. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And the guys who know what we're talking about out there, more than I do, which is nearly everyone, do you think this craft might be ready to try Vanguard? I feel like it's definitely, well, it's easily powerful enough to handle Elite at this point now. If there's sheer weight of firepower than nothing else. Defenses are probably subpar, though. But I'm not sure. But yeah, until next time, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time. Yes. See you all later. Yeah. Seriously, I don't know what this thing is anymore. Except being full of holes. It is full of holes.